Hey guys, what's up? It's UniformWarrior, and today's video we are actually going to be doing another paracord video, as you can tell. Even though it's not Thursday, but I've been feeling a little sick recently, so it's just going to be easier for me to do a paracord video this week. But anyway, this paracord bracelet is... I'm not sure if it has a name, but so far I'm just calling it the Cobra bracelet because I don't know what it's called, so that's what I'm going with. So now for this, you're gonna need two colors, about 7 feet of each. I used the Kelly green and then a kind of Rastafarian. I'm not sure what the name of that one is. The first step is go ahead and take your base color, which in my case is the Kelly green, and then measure it around your wrist, and then take off about 1/2 inch, and then you're going to bend the paracord back over, and then do a Cobra stitch. For the Cobra stitch, you're going to take the right cord and it is going to go over the two middle strands, and then you're going to take the left cord, it's going to go over that strand and then behind the two middle strands and then up through that right loop, and then you're just going to tighten it. After you tighten it, you want to go ahead and put it around your wrist again to make sure it fits. There should be a little bit of a gap between the ends of the bracelet, but only a little bit of one because the bracelet does get thicker obviously as you make it, so it's going to make it so you're going to need the cord to be a little bit longer. Now you're actually going to start the pattern, and you're just going to do a regular Cobra stitch. With the Cobra stitch, you're going to alternate between the left and right cord, and how you can tell which cord you're meant to use is because the one that should go in front is the one that has a loop going over it. So in this case for me, it's going to be the left strand, and you're going to put it over the middle two strands. Then you're going to take the right strand and put it over that left strand. Then it's going to go behind the two middle strands and then up through that left loop. And then this is where we're going to bring in our second color. So you're going to want to find the middle of the Rastafarian pattern cord, and then you're just going to want to put that behind the two middle strands and then pull the left and right strands through that Cobra stitch loop. And then you're just going to go ahead and tighten the Cobra stitch. And then just move the Rastafarian pattern cord up so it's out of the way, and then you're going to do another Cobra stitch with the green. And like I said, you want to make sure to alternate sides every time you do it. So for me now, we're going to be doing the right side, and as I point out, there's that little loop there, and that's how you know that you're going to be doing the right side. So if you forget which one you did last, then this will just let you know. So that right side is going to go over the middle two strands, and the left strand is going to go over that strand, and then the left strand is going to go behind the middle two strands and then up through the right loop. And then you're going to take the Rastafarian color cord, and you're going to take the top left cord, and it is going to go across the bracelet and down through the right loop. Then you're just going to go ahead and do the same with the top right Rastafarian cord. It is going to go across the middle braid and go down through the bottom left loop. Then you're just going to go ahead and pull those behind the bracelet and get them out of the way, and then you're going to tighten that Cobra stitch. Then you're going to want to tighten the Rastafarian cord, and when you do this, you want to start with the part of the X that is on the bottom. So for instance, for me, it's always the back right strand because I don't alternate the X. And then after you tighten that one, you're going to want to tighten the left cord. When doing any kind of Cobra stitch paracord bracelet, I always like to pull the middle part up towards the top of the bracelet just because it makes it tighter. And now what you're going to do is you're going to do another Cobra stitch, but this time, since the Rastafarian colors are going towards the back of the bracelet, we want them to be going out of the front. You are going to go ahead and take the right Rastafarian cord, and then you're going to pull it up towards yourself through the right green loop. And then you're going to do the same with the left strand, so it's going to go up towards you through that left loop. and then you're going to do another Cobra stitch. And then once again, you're going to want to take the top left Rastafarian cord and put it down through the right green loop. Then you're going to want to take the top right Rastafarian cord and put it down through the left green loop. Now what you can do if you want is you can alternate between the left and right Rastafarian colors. So for instance, here I could have put the top right cord down through the left loop first, and then it would give you an alternating X pattern. But after trying both and looking at them, I like this one better personally. So you can switch and do that if you want. You can also use 2 different colors for the X. You can use 2 different colors for the Cobra stitch. There's basically just a lot of variations for this bracelet. If you guys want to see a specific variation of this bracelet and you don't know how to do it, or if you just want me to make a tutorial on it, then just go ahead and let me know in the comments, because I will happily make that. Now once you get down towards the bottom of the bracelet, you're going to stop doing the Rastafarian cord once you just finish the X and the 2 cords are going off to the back. Then you're just going to do 1 or 2 regular Cobra stitches till it gets to the point where you can barely see that little loop. And then you're going to do a Cobra stitch inside of that loop. So basically, you're going to take whichever cord that you're going to do first for the Cobra stitch, and then we're going to take that strand and pull it down through that middle loop. And then you're going to take the left green strand and pull it up through that middle loop. And then that green strand is going to go down through the right loop, and what was the right strand is going to go up through the left loop. Then you're just going to tighten that, and when you do that, make sure the knot stays towards the middle. So then you're just going to want to go to the other end of the bracelet and loosen those 2 top loops, and then pull the green strands through those loops. Make sure you don't cross them, and make sure the strands are twisted in the proper direction. And then you're just going to want to go back to the other side and cut the pattern cord and singe those. When you do this, you want to make sure that the bracelet is in the curve that it's going to be in when you wear it around your wrist, if that makes any sense, because otherwise if you move this part too much, then it will crack the burnt part. And then you're going to want to go ahead and measure it around the largest part of your wrist, and that will be the largest setting on the bracelet. And then this is where we're going to tie our closing knot. So I just marked the place where I want the knot to be, and like I always say, here you can do any kind of knot you want, but I just go with the regular square knot, and you just want to go ahead and tie that. And as you do that, make sure the 2 strands don't cross paths. If you're unsure what that means, then just after you tie it, just go ahead and look at the flat side, and if they're crossing over each other and you see more of one strand than the other, then you need to go back and redo it and make sure they stay in their line, so to speak. And then you're just going to clip a little bit away from the knot and then singe those 2 cords separately, or you can clip it all the way at the knot if you want and then singe it, and then you're done. So if you guys enjoyed this video, then make sure to leave a like, because that would help me out a lot. I really hope you guys enjoy this, and like I said, there's also going to be another paracord tutorial up on Thursday, and I'm sorry for this one being a little bit late, but hopefully you still enjoy it. And as always, thank you guys for watching.